All right, let's look at using the book module in Lightroom. So in the library, I've imported my new modules, and one of them is called Book. I'm going to go over, I'm going to find it. And basically, when you are using Book, Web, Slideshow, or Print, the best thing to do is to create a collection of the images that you plan to use, form that collection, and then drop them into the appropriate module. That's the best way to work. So here's a collection of photographs. I'm going to come over, I'm going to click Book, and it's going to create a book with those images. Now, there's a couple of things I can do when I am using this module. Starting up at the very top are the book settings. So one is that I can use Blurb, and Blurb is a company that has a contract with Adobe, and I can export my document to Blurb. It's like Shutterfly, so I have the option of Blurb Photo, Blurb Magazine, Blurb Trade Book, and if I choose one of those options, I can then choose the size, and if I choose the size, it's going to resize the documents on the screen. I can choose whether it's hard cover, dust jacket, soft cover. I can choose the paper type, and then it'll actually give me a cost. So let me know how much it's going to cost to take that and print it at their service. If I click this Learn More button, it actually launches the Lightroom Blurb website. Now, in addition to using Blurb, I can also print to PDF or JPEG. So if I wanted to print it myself, I could go to PDF, and I could use this option for myself. I can use auto layout, which is what we're using now, or I can clear the layout and I can build the book from scratch. If I click auto layout, it's going to start the document for me. And when I choose, I can choose one photo per page. Let's click clear layout, and I'm going to click one photo per page. Let's go back over to library, click book, go back into book, and I want to choose one photo per page. Now let's put one photo on each page of the book. And then I can do different things with the layout. So one, I can choose to have page numbers, and I can choose the location of the page numbers. I can choose different formats for my book. The guides are the edges of the book. I can zoom in on a picture, and it only lets me zoom up to 100% because if it's any larger than that, it's going to start to degrade the quality of the photo. I can look at the whole book. I can look at a spread. I can look at a page, and I can change the format. If I click this little button down the lower right-hand corner, I can choose any of these page layouts. So one photo, two photos, four photos. I click there. It's going to change that format, then I can grab it and just drag more photos into that layout. I can adjust the padding. So if I want to adjust the padding all four, I could shift click and select all four of those cells and adjust the padding at the same time. I can have a photo, a border color, or no border color. I can have text. If I click photo text, I can have photo text, and I can offset where that text is underneath the picture. This page text, if I want to have text for each of the pages, and I can choose how I offset that text, where that text lands. I can come down and I can choose the type of font that I want to use. I can choose the size and the opacity of the text. Under background, I can use one of the preset backgrounds. Travel, for instance, if I choose one of these, it's going to put that behind all the pictures. Or I can take one of my own pictures, drag and drop it in there and use that as a background. And I can adjust the opacity, or I can make a background color. And that's basically it. Yeah, anytime you want, you can make any page have a different layout. By choosing a different layout option and then just dragging more pictures into that area. And then when I'm done, I export. In this case, I'm going to export to PDF. I click Export Book to PDF. You can add more pages as well. I'm going to click Export to PDF. And then I'll give my book a name. I'll put it in a folder. I'm going to put it in a Lightroom folder and save. Then I'll go to, and here is the book that I've just created. Okay. So that is your Lightroom book module.